How do I follow that? Well, I suppose I could start with the chant, because I see a couple of people have been wanting to start this chant, and I sure as hell want to chant this. Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich!
Tax the rich! Tax the rich!
Brothers and sisters and neighbors and friends who have been in this fight and some who are just joining us to this fight, welcome. Never growing up did I ever imagine that I'd be speaking in front of all of you today under the threat of the very real possibility of fascism. Never did I realize that the history books in which I came to find out were actually wrong, but that progress was actually not moving in the direction in which was promised to our generation. And that leaves us all collectively with a moral obligation to stand by our neighbors, to stand by our family members, even the ones that we don't like, especially the ones that we don't like. In fact, I would argue today that all of us have the special patience to be able to deal with our family members that we don't like. And I'm just saying, how many of y'all have been arguing on Facebook the last 8 years? But most importantly, we're at a time in which people cannot afford to pay their rent, people cannot afford to eat, and it requires leaders at all levels, both at City Hall and state government with Senator Tiara Mack and Senator Megan Coleman, and our governor, who needs to still declare a public health state of emergency for our unhoused community, to our municipal leaders who have the responsibility to protect our undocumented communities, those in which are mothers who are afraid to go outside to the grocery store to feed their children. Those individuals matter. Our elderly population who are on fixed incomes and can't afford to pay for their own basic necessities, they matter too. Our communities of color who consistently see across the world and here in Rhode Island and across the country, us because of the color of our skin, being fired from our jobs, being killed on the street. It has to end now. Because out of all of these issues that we talk about, our climate, which is burning up, this is a war that has been waged against us, Rhode Islanders, the working class people who go to work every day and try to build a better future, not only for ourselves, but most importantly, for our children. And oftentimes in our state, we look, unfortunately, to other states as to what we should be doing or what we could be doing. Today, all of us are saying exactly what we need to do. It is time to take care of each other. It is time to lead with empathy. It is time to tax the rich. Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich!
Tax the rich! Tax the rich!
And those efforts have very real consequences, because in fact the very area that we stand and gather here today, that our state government, our governor through his latest budget, is trying to defund public transportation. He's trying to make it harder for the very people in which we are advocating for to get around, to go to their job, to be able to make a living. And that requires us to fight back. So today I'm asking all of you to reach out to your neighbor. If you know that your neighbor is struggling, make something to eat for them, offer them a plate of food, and let's start building community together, and let's start fighting back. Thank you.